Well, hello and welcome to one of the most affluent areas in Ireland. That is Dalkey. So I wanted to take a trip out here to show other parts of Dublin, the wider Dublin area. And Dalkey is on the way to the beach, so I thought it'd be a good idea to stop here. So Dalkey, one of the most probably wealthiest areas in Ireland. Concentration of celebrities, business people, barristers, solicitors, politicians would live in the area due to its proximity to the sea, beautiful harbours, and the wealth that's been in the Dalkey area for probably a few hundred years. So Dalkey originally started as a small Viking settlement and port, and due to the shallowness of Dublin harbour, commerce actually would originate here because it had a deep port that was useful for unloading and then shipping items up to Dublin and across Ireland, and then also out of Ireland and through the port into the rest of Europe. So over a couple of hundred years, Dalkey was a merchant town really, and developed with quite fancy homes and businesses for the time. And then during the 15th and 16th century, there was a number of Norman castles built and townhouses. There are only two remaining. One is now Dalkey Museum, and the other is Archibald's Castle, which we'll go up to now, and that's just kind of the ruins of the castle. There's not coming, I want to make sure I'm not getting run over. But we'll just have a quick look through the main street of Dalkey town. So I'm still getting used to talking in public, but this is the start of the main kind of strip in Dalkey. It's pretty narrow streets. It's managed to keep its small village appeal. Then I'm going to run in front of this bus so I don't get hit. So this is Archibald's Castle, which is one of the 7 castles that were built in Dalkey around the 15th and 16th century. And these were built for storage and to protect items for merchants. So they weren't completely connected to the other townhouses. Each business or corporation would build their own castles, and this was one of them. So we'll go over and we'll have a quick look at the information board to show the history of the castles. So this one, as you see, this is Archibald's Castle, which we're just at. It says Archibald's Castle, located opposite the Heritage Centre. This castle took its name from the one-time tenants of the adjoining land, so possibly this land, leading over to the Church of the Assumption. But there was 7 castles in total. Only 2 remain. The ruins of this one, which is here. I don't think you can enter, it doesn't seem like an entrance, but it's just kept here, little gateway. And there are the turrets for arrows. Then there would have been 2, I'll show you on the map, 2 from the direction that we walked from. So Dungan's Castle and the Yellow Castle, these would have acted like a gateway into Dalkey. They're no longer there. Wolverton Castle, which is no longer there. And Dalkey Castle and Heritage Centre, which we'll walk up to now in a minute. That's now currently a museum which details the history of Dalkey town. Reading it was an immersive museum, so there's some actors and stuff inside, but I won't be doing that today. And then here you have Black Castle and House Castle, and they are no longer in existence either. But the Dalkey Castle and Heritage Centre was for a period known as Goat's Castle, because a Cheevers family who were originally French, possibly Normans. Cheevers means goat in French, and so it was called Goat's Castle. But this is Archibald Castle. I'll just give a quicker, better look. So obviously the commerce that developed in the area allowed money to flow in, and merchants between the 15th, 16th, 17th century to build grand castles like what's behind me, townhouses, houses that overlook the ocean, and then the harbour. And then over time in the 1820s, there was the Dalkey train system, which would directly connect Dublin City to Dalkey, allowed wealthy business people and influential figures, politicians, etc., to continue building their homes here. But because of the geography of Dalkey, which is obviously the sea to one side and it's surrounded by mountains and hills to the other, you can't develop huge, massive estates. So some of them are quite big. There are homes like the Enya's home and land. They're large areas, but not as much as can be built in the wider Dublin area. There's no huge housing estates here. And obviously the influence of the people in the area probably kept things kind of local. So I would notice walking through the main street, there's not many or no chains of stores or coffee shops. They're all like independently owned, which is probably a little self-serving economy as money flows from the outside and around in the community. So it allows it to keep kind of independent stores and cafes and stuff open. But we'll have a walk through and look a little more at Dalkey. So just across the road is the Dalkey Heritage Museum. And if you go in through there, there's tours, and then that leads into the graveyard that you can see as well, but I can't do that today. And this main street is called Castle Street, probably because of all the castles that are on it, or were on it at least. So they're Dalkey Castle and Heritage Centre. Now it did manage to keep its old village style, so this is a map of Dalkey village, kind of a bit proper. So that's Dalkey Castle and Heritage Centre. We're just here at the Church of the Assumption. This is Castle Street, the main street, and that leads down to Sorrento Terrace, one of the most expensive strips in Ireland, the Vico Bats, and then Killiney Hill, which has the Killiney Hill obelisk on it, which you can go up and visit. It's a small, I think it's a 2-kilometre loop. And then the Martello Tower, James Joyce, and then that road will lead up to Dunleary. This is a small map just of Dalkey village. Now it's quite busy because the sun's out, so that's the Queen's Bar and Restaurant, and Dalkey. I don't know what the flag has 3 horses on it, so I don't know if that's like the flag of Dalkey or of the old family that owned the castle. Oh, sorry. So you have Clegg's Shoe Repairs, Hicks and Dalkey. There's lots of fish shops because obviously we're near the beach, near the ocean. But yeah, in the 1820s, the Dalkey Dublin, or Dublin to Kingstown train network opened, and then eventually in the 1980s that turned into the Dart, so connecting a lot of the towns, villages, and outer areas of Dublin together. And yeah, due to the proximity of the mountains and the ocean, house prices are at a premium, so we can actually look over here at some of the house prices in the Dalkey area. So like 890,000, 1.7 million, 1 million. These are all in Killiney, so it's close by 1.1 million. So quite expensive area. The people out enjoying the food, so I'll move away. This way. Now, in the area, not directly in Dalkey, but in Killiney and Dunleary and surrounding areas, would be a lot of celebrities. So Bono has a home in the area, Enya has a home, Sinead O'Connor used to actually, she lived in Bray, so it was a little further away. But yeah, there would be some of the most prestigious schools would be located close to Dalkey, and it was once the home of famous Irish writers as well, so quite a nice area. And then there are obviously the harbours, which I was trying to walk to, but like you'd have sea views like that. And I'm a little further away than I thought, so I won't walk all the way down to the harbour, maybe the next time. But Dalkey, yeah, Dalkey is quite a nice little village. I think I'm in some like housing area now, so I'll do a loop, go back to Dalkey, and then head down towards Killiney Beach, I think. But I just wanted to show a little bit outside the town. So like big nice houses. Yeah, no large sprawling estates, which is nice. And then you saw in Dalkey town or village, or I don't know, town, there's all kind of a lot of independent little bars and restaurants and stuff. But people living out here get a bit of privacy, and then also the house prices are quite nice. But that was a bit of Dalkey. Yeah, and then sorry, what I was trying to say, after the decline of the port, as Dublin port was improved, people start to move out into the Dalkey area due to the train network, and that helped maintain its kind of prestige and made it a nice area to live. Killiney would be another area similar. Dunleary a little bit, not as, I wouldn't say as, probably not as exclusive of a reputation. But we'll go down. And it's also quite a nice area. A lot of people come visiting to go to the beach, Killiney Beach, the 40-foot. Dunleary Harbour is quite close if you own a boat or want to go boating or yachting. I'm not sure what it's called. But no mega mansions, like any of the ones that are up on kind of Killiney Hill. Like I know Enya's home is nearby. I think that's up to the 40-foot, or Vico Bats. But we'll go back into Dalkey. Jesus. Oh, this is nice.
See them guys there, they all on that road, big yard steps going down. Yeah. That long